let me ask you one question. Do you ever wonder what is that physical substance that occupies space? If you ever have the same question like me, let's go and explore the answers to our question. The physical substance that occupies the space is called matter. Everything you can see and touch is made up of matter. Matter exists in three main forms: solid, like rocks; liquid, like milk; and gas, like helium. The characteristics that enable us to distinguish one substance from another are called properties. The properties of matter include any traits that can be measured, such as object density, color, mass, volume, length, malleability, melting point, hardness, odor, temperature, and more. There are also properties that can be determined without changing the identity of the substance, and these are chemical properties and physical properties. Chemical properties are characteristics that can only be measured or observed as matter transforms into a particular type of matter. Reactivity, flammability, and the ability to rust are among them. To identify a chemical property, we look for chemical change. A chemical change occurs when bonds are broken and or formed between molecules or atoms. This means that one substance with a certain set of properties such as melting point, color, taste, and iba pa. Chemical changes are frequently harder to reverse than physical changes. An example of this is when water and vinegar are added to separate portion of baking soda. First is we need to put baking soda in the plate and spread the baking soda. Then in the other side of the plate, we will put the water while the other side is the vinegar. Evidence of different chemical properties can be observed as carbon dioxide begins to bubble up from the baking soda mix with vinegar but not from the portion to which water had been added. During a chemical reaction, a new substance is formed with new and different properties than the original substances. Physical properties are characteristics that scientists can measure without changing the composition of the sample. Under studies such as mass, color, and volume. A physical change is a change in the state or properties of matter without any accompanying change in its chemical position, such as dissolution and dilution. Physical properties can be extensive and intensive. Extensive properties is dependent on the amount of matter in a sample like mass, weight, and volume. Extensive properties are those in which the value of a system property is equal to the sum of the values for the parts of system. Intensive property, in contrast, is called bulk property, which means it is a system's local physical property that is independent of all system size or volume of materials. Intensive property are those that are independent of the amount of matter present, which include odor, melting point, boiling point, electrical conductivity, and physical state. At given temperature, this classification relates to the dependency of the properties upon the size and extent of the system or object in question. Example, when liquid water H2O freezes in a solid state ice, it appears changed. However, this change is only physical as the composition of the constituent molecules is the same: 11.19% hydrogen and 88.81% oxygen by mass.